Hey, welcome back. Alrighty. I want to talk about the qualification call. Um, this is, I've alluded to it in the previous video, and this is one of the most important parts of your job. I mean, really, it's all important, right? The ability to find leads, source leads is crucial. The ability to fearlessly be persistent and cold call and cold email and iterate and improve your scripts and messaging campaign. That all takes skill, and so the other portion of the job that's just as important, if not more important, um, is the qualification call. You'll hear it often once you're interviewing, but essentially what the qualification call is as an SDR is, um, it's the one conversation that you'll really be having with prospects before passing it to the AE. Um, and if your messaging is successful, after you run a successful cadence, essentially that initial, what will end up happening is the prospect will agree to a 5-minute meeting or 10-minute meeting with you, um, to discuss their needs a bit better. And this is where you essentially qualify them to see if they're a good fit or not. That's why this is called the qualification call. Um, and basically, that's the whole point of it. Uncover if they're a good fit or not. That's it. It's a short conversation, 5 to 10 minutes. And you don't really need to last. You don't need it to last a long time, nor do you want it to last a long time. It should be boom, get the check marks and move on, so you can pass to the AE. The reason why is because you, anything longer than that is overkill. You're not selling them anything at this point. That's the AE's job. Um, and so you want to move it down the funnel as quickly as possible, given that you as a SDR are compensated on your ability to set up those qualified meetings. So the more that you can set up, the better. Quickly figure out if they're a good fit or not and move on. And so in that 5 to 10 minute conversation, you'll be able to figure that out. And you won't be great at this initially. Obviously, this takes time to really feel comfortable doing, as any other new skill. But over a period of time, over a couple of months or several months, you'll really begin to have a strong understanding, a strong ear for companies that are great fits versus companies that are a complete waste of time. And so that's what I want to discuss next. There's really good fits and bad fits, qualified leads, aka qualified meetings, or bad fits, disqualified leads, leads who are not qualified. Those are the bad fits. So a good fit is a company that has a serious problem that your software can solve. And you'll know if they're a good fit or not, a technical good fit or not, based on the training that you receive at your company. They're not just going to throw you into the deep end and not let you know that information. The good companies will really enable you and train you on this stuff so that you can discern who's a good fit and who's not. Um, the other characteristic of a good fit is the company that you're talking to, they have a timeline, meaning they're not in exploratory mode. They're ready to solve the problem that they have in the near future, whether that's today, yesterday, or in the next 3 to 6 months, let's say. If they're motivated and they have that timeline, they are a great fit. And so that's a qualified lead that you would want to pass on. So to summarize, big problem that your software can fix, plus the urgency to solve it, that's a qualified lead, my friend. Now, not everyone is going to be a good fit. You will have bad fits. You will have folks that you chat with and you can just hear it in their voice. They're mostly just curious. They're exploring or researching. Um, you try to ask if they are, uh, you know, you try to ask about their problems and prod, and they don't really give you much. And it seems like you're pulling teeth. Bad fits are like that. Good fits, you ask them a couple questions and they don't shut up. They're eager to tell you about the problems that they're having and the challenges that they're having in hopes that you can help them, which you can. Bad fits, they don't really have a problem. Again, when you prod, they don't share much. So, no problem or urgency, that means you got a disqualified lead. Now, assuming that you do have a good fit, a qualified lead, that's when you move into the actual call itself. So I want to discuss the anatomy of what the qualification call looks like. And let me just add this last step, which is you open. All right, here we go. So anatomy of a qualification call. Um, Again, this entire conversation really shouldn't last any more than 15 minutes max. And that's on the long end. Really, on average, these conversations can be anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes. Once you grab this information, you want to pass it on as quickly as possible. So generally they'll hop on a meeting with you or a quick phone call with you, or you'll call them and you catch them at a good time. And you tell them why you're calling, blah, blah, blah. Then you ask a series of questions. What sparked your interest in our software? And then you shut up, let them talk. And really, what you're trying to hear for is that they're talking about things that your software can actually help with. Then you move on to the next question. What's the business problem that you're looking to solve? Um, Here you're trying to figure out how big is it? Does it sound serious? Does it sound like it has some serious implications, such as money lost or high risk or them not meeting the revenue goals? Like, what are their goals and problems? And then assuming that they continue to be a good fit and talking about things that your software can help with, that's when you start to discuss their timeline. Well, when are you looking to solve this? Do you have a timeline in mind for when you'd want a software, a solution in place? Are you guys currently evaluating this, or are you just exploring? What's your timeline like? And then again, assuming there's some degree of urgency and they say things like, well, we wish we solved this yesterday, or we're really looking to make a decision in the next 60 days. That's a great sign. Bad fits won't give you much. You'll ask them, hey, so what's your timeline for this like? And they'll be like, at this point, it'd be a nice to have. We're really not in a rush or anything like that. Those are not good fits. So assuming that they're ready to move, they have some urgency, they got a big problem, you just set the meeting. Are you open to meeting with my AE to learn a bit more, give you a high level demo of the product? And usually they'll just say yes. And then congratulations. That's essentially what your job is. You're sourcing leads, inbound and outbound, and then you're figuring out which of those are qualified and which are not. And then once you figure out that they're qualified, you have that conversation, which I just alluded to right here. And then you ask if they're open to meeting with your AE to learn more. And if you do that, really what you're doing is you're helping both your company be successful by bringing them new clients, finding new clients, and you're also helping the clients because if they have got some serious problems, they're definitely in the market for a solution. And that's it. That's basically what the qual call looks like, qualification call. And as I alluded to before, eventually your ability to discern serious buyers from non-serious buyers is what's going to make you really successful, and really opening yourself up to sales opportunities and being able to persuade the right audiences. Not everyone is going to be in the market. Not everyone is going to be qualified. Not everyone is going to have a problem that they need solving. That's okay. That has nothing to do with you, nor your business. You're just your job, your full responsibility is to just find qualified leads, and that's it. So I hope this helps, and yeah, see you in the next video.